What's up, everybody? You finally know the Rippaverse is a thing. You either are waiting on the pre-order to go live or it's already been live. Either way, this is important information. I need you guys to listen up because this video is dedicated to discuss what the plans are pertaining to my channel, Young Rippa59, and there are going to be some changes and adjustments to that. First and foremost, if you watch my show, you already know. Well, it's on a hiatus officially by now because we're not going to be doing the show for a little bit. We have to put our resources and our priorities with this whole Rippaverse thing. And because of that, it didn't make sense to keep doing the show as we were. That show format didn't really make sense. And I may have some announcements, future announcements pertaining to a show or for Canon's sake. Either way, right now, we're more so focused on the Rippaverse. This does not mean that I'm going to stop streaming. This does not mean that I'm going to stop putting out videos. It's just a lot of those videos are going to be talking about this and the comic book company, the upcoming characters, all of that sort of stuff, the process. I want to let you guys in on all that. It's going to be plenty of content surrounding that, and that needs to be my focus. I need this release to be as big as it possibly can, but also you guys that watch my show, you know this, so I'm going to be repeating a lot of this stuff. I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on this project. This isn't some side gig that I just wanted to do just for the sake of doing it. Thankfully, and thanks to you guys and all the support, we've seen a lot of growth over the last few years. Last year, 2021, that was my most successful year financially that I had ever had. It really puts things into perspective. And the process got sped up, simple as that. This felt like the perfect time to do this. I mean, I know the economy being where it's at is risky, but it felt like a great time to finally be able to do that because I could realistically keep it independent. And I could spend my own money. There's no investors or anything like that. I spend my own money to make this thing happen. This is not a side gig. This is going to be my main gig. And I need to put in a lot of time and effort with it. So the show is going to scale back regardless because I have to write. I'm also part of like the entire process with the book as far as like the fulfillment. I'm going to be doing all of that, certainly initially. So it's all hands on deck with my team, but I'm working as well. Like this is my company at the end of the day. So because of that, we have to kind of adjust how we're doing our thing. Don't expect like what we were doing before. You got a video in the morning, a video in the afternoon, and it was pertaining to whatever topics, comic book, industry stuff. I'm not going to say that I'm not going to chime in on that. Of course we will. But right now, that's not our main focus. And when it does become something that I can fit in and I can do, it has to certainly make sense. And still, above all else, the priority is my comic book company. So understand that there will be an adjustment. We're not going anywhere. I'm still going to be streaming. I'm going to be streaming a lot. It's just that those individual videos, even like, for example, this content room, man, so much has changed here. We're going to be decking this thing out. I'm going to be doing videos pertaining to the Rippaverse here. You've seen I made some changes in my other room, my office. If you watch my Twitch streams, the show or the room that I did do my show in, the studio, like that's changing. Everything's changing. And it's happening rather rapidly. And depending on the trajectory, which is the biggest kind of, I don't want to say a question mark, we believe that this is going to be a success, but to what degree? We don't know. And that's going to really determine what happens in the near future and the long term as well. So just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Right now, the biggest way to, of course, support me. Yeah, you can watch all those videos. Those videos aren't going anywhere, but it's about the Rippaverse. If you like what you see, you like something that you see in the store, the campaign store, and all of that stuff, we're going to be very interactive. That's where my focus and my emphasis is. So with that being said, I want to thank all of you. And I mean that sincerely. I'm a man of like, look, man, I'm always paying attention to my analytics. I'm always paying attention to my audience. So much, and it's so important to what it is that I have been able to accomplish, and I'm not oblivious to that. So you guys that have been able to put me in this situation financially, and to me to be able to basically in another creative outlet to give you guys something means a lot, certainly to me. Most importantly, because I think this is where what my God-given abilities, this is where they need to reside. I like doing the commentary stuff. I won't stop doing that comment and giving you my opinion on certain things. That's not That's not it. However, that's not my main thing. It's never been. Whether it be with my band, whether it be whatever individual creative stuff that I'm doing, this is not my first creative project. It's the most I ever spent on one, certainly in my most serious, but this ain't my first creative project. And that's where I belong. I belong in being a creative in that space and giving people something. I preach so much about decentralization, preach so much about alternatives and all that. Like, I need to be a part of the solution, and that's where my time is better suited. And that's where it's going to go going into the future with what it is that we're doing. So that was the main thing. I wanted to give you guys an update on how the channel's gonna change, especially as we get closer to release, and even more so as we start to see how that looks, how much support are we actually getting, how many people are we converting into actual customers of this. Stuff is going to change, but I'm going to still be as authentic as I've always been. Nothing's going to change in that regards. It's just what type of content gets put out. So again, thank you guys so much for the continued support. I'm glad I'm finally able to get this out to you guys. We've done a lot of work. My team has done a lot of work. Everybody that's worked with me has done phenomenal work to make this come to life, and I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on it. And look, you treat this as serious as you would treat anything else. I don't expect anybody to be kissing behind or anything, but if you genuinely love it, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, talk about it with legitimacy, do your videos, review, do everything. All of that stuff that you've seen even me cover with all the other various comic book stuff and other companies and all that. I want y'all to do that, because this fandom is what it's about, and we know that that's what's going to carry this thing to the top if that's where it's going to go. So again, thank you guys so much for the support, and I'll catch you in a stream, or I'll catch you in another video, or maybe I'll be appearing somewhere live. Either way, thank you so much for your support.